What is up, everybody? You guys are watching Wizard Technology here, and we're going to be going over on this episode of Scratch how to use the software that MIT invented. So let's go to scratch.mit.edu. So scratch.mit.edu, and while it's loading, let's actually go to. So this is the website, scratch.mit.edu, and I already signed up, and this is my account. So let's create, and when you click create, you'll go to this. This is default. So on default, you want to make an event, and you see how these events are different because they're different than all of these blocks. I can tell you this block is different, and if you notice that these blocks are all different, all of these blocks are different than the event block. And the event block is different because you see that there's a sort of a bump or a hill on top of it. So this means that it's the start of a function, and you can't put anything above it, but you can put things below it. So you see how you put things below it is you hover over it by clicking and holding on the block, and you see this white line that sort of lights up. This means that you can drop your you can unclick and unhold, and it will snap together like that. See how it snaps together? And this means whenever I click the green flag, it will move 10 steps. And you see that it does. Now, you can also put more than one block, so you can put all these 3 blocks, and it will do both 3 blocks every time. So let's actually go through all of these: section, motion, look, sound, pen, data, events, controlling, sensing, operators, and more blocks. So the first thing, again, we don't want to delete when green flag clicked, but if you're wondering if you wanted to delete the block, you can move it inside this section. So just drag and drop into that section and it's deleted. So when the green flag is clicked, we're going to go to motion. What motion does is it just tells the sprite, and a sprite, I forgot to mention this, it's basically, this is a sprite, it's some sort of object on the screen, whether it be a person, whether it be a cat, whether it be a ball, but it's some sort of object on the screen. Now, let's move 10 steps, and this is going to move 10 steps. So motion controls the sprite, and it just moves it, turns it, sets it to go to a direction. So let's go to looks. Let's say hello for 2 seconds, and looks are what your sprite looks like. And saying hello, obviously you can see that it says hello, but that's sort of in the look of it. So every time we press this, it will say hello. Now we can also make it say think. So let's see what happens when we say think. Think, it's a different type of bubble, bubble letter or something that you can see. It's different. It's a different layout. You can make it think for 2 seconds. You can make it think for like 5 seconds. So how you change the time is you just do 5. You can put 8. You can put 1,000 million. But let's just do 1, and you'll see that it'll go and disappear in 1 second. Go, disappear, 1 second. Now let's go over to sound. Sound is basically straightforward. Play sound, it plays any sound. From meow is default, so it just plays the sound meow, and this can get really annoying. Make like some dubstep with that. But anyway, pen, not very important. We might not even be using that in episodes, so not very important. But make a variable. So I already have a variable called score, and how you make a variable, you can name it score. So let's name it score, and we have score. So let's set the score to 0 whenever it's clicked. So now it's set to 0. And then let's also do, when it is clicked, let's change the score to by 1 point. So every time we click it, it'll go to 1 point. And you see that there's somewhat a bug, and that's because we set the score to 0 every time we click it, but then we also change it by 1. So it's never going to get more than 1. But now I deleted that part, so now every time we press the green flag, we see that the score increases by 1 on the top left corner. Now events, we already went through. Control, let's get our green flag back. Control, wait, you can wait. It basically controls the sprite. It's pretty straightforward again. There's also blocks, repeat blocks, and also you can see that there are other starting blocks like this. Now there's also an ending block, and these ending blocks you don't really need, but stop all, that just stops the whole entire thing. Now let's do a repeat block, and this will repeat this whatever is inside of the block 10 times, and you can see that we can actually put blocks inside of it. So see it, hover over it, and you can put it inside. So let's repeat it 10 times, and it will repeat that function 10 times. Now sensing's not that important. I mean, sometimes it's important when it's like, let's say it's touching the edges, you want it to move somewhere, or let's say it's touching a banana. Like let's say you have a cat that's touching yarn and you want it to move this much when it's touching it. You can do that by just dragging and dropping. Operators aren't that important, just basically math terms. And make a block. You can actually make your own block. Let's call it wizard and save it. Now we have to define it. So let's say wizard is move 10 steps and turn 15 degrees. So when we click it, nothing happens. But if we actually apply this wizard to the when green flag clicked, we see that it does actually do what we want it to do. Okay, so now that's basically all of it. Now we still have some. We can edit sounds, we can edit costumes. These are different costumes for the cat, but that's basically the gist of what you can expect in Scratch. It's sort of a dragging and dropping type of thing, but it's still you still can learn a lot about programming from this website and from this software that MIT has created. But anyway, once again, if you like this video, rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later.